English 4. Quarter 1. Week 4. Teachers may assign learning competencies per week depending on the needs of the learners. Today's lesson is all about compose appropriate sentences for clarity and coherence, with subtopics on the following. Using subject-verb agreement, number of nouns, kind of nouns, mass noun, count noun, and subject pronouns, personal pronoun. Learning competencies and objectives. At the end of the lesson, learners are expected to distinguish between mass and count nouns, as well as identify and categorize nouns as singular or plural. Differentiate singular and plural subject personal pronouns. Identify regular and irregular verbs. And last, observe correct subject-verb agreement.
Subject-verb agreement. What is a subject-verb agreement? Subject-verb agreement is an important rule in grammar that helps us create clear, correct, and meaningful sentences. It means that the subject or who or what the sentence is about, and the verb, the action or state of being, must match in number, whether they are singular or plural. When the subject and verb agree, the sentence sounds natural and is easy to understand. When they do not agree, the sentence becomes confusing or incorrect. What is a subject? The subject tells us who or what is performing the action. Examples. The teacher explains the lesson. The subject in this sentence is the teacher. Sarah painted a beautiful picture. The subject in this sentence is Sarah. The computer is running slowly. The subject in this sentence is the computer. Birds fly south for the winter. The subject in this sentence is birds. My older brother plays the guitar. The subject in this sentence is my older brother. What is a verb? The verb tells us what the subject does or what state it is in. Examples. Runs, jumps, eats, and these are action verbs. Is, are, was, these are linking verbs. Basic rule number 1. A singular subject uses a singular verb. A singular subject refers to one person, place, thing, or idea, so it uses a singular verb. Most singular verbs in the present tense end in s or ts. Examples. 1. The boy runs fast. 2. The teacher teaches well. 3. The cat jumps over the fence. 4. The baker mixes the dough. The words runs, teaches, jumps, and mixes are all singular verbs. The basic rule number 2. Plural subject takes plural verb. A plural subject refers to more than one, so it uses a plural verb. Plural verbs usually do not end in s. Examples. 1. The boy ran fast. 2. The teacher teach well. 3. The cat jump over the fence. 4. The baker mixed the dough. The words run, teach, jump, and mix are all plural verbs. Important insight. In the present tense, verbs behave differently from nouns, which often causes confusion. Nouns. Singular noun no s, example. Boy. Plural noun with s, example. Boys. Verbs. Singular verb with s, example. Runs. Plural noun no s, example. Run. More examples for clarity. Singular subjects. One subject uses verb with s or es. 1. The girl writes neatly. 2. My brother plays basketball. 3. The dog barks loudly. 4. The bird flies high in the sky. 5. The teacher explains the lesson clearly. Singular subjects use singular verbs or usually ending in s or es in present tense. Plural subjects. More than one uses base form of the verb. 1. The girl write neatly. 2. My brother play basketball. 3. The dog barked loudly. 4. The bird fly high in the sky. 5. The teacher explained the lesson clearly. The regular and irregular verbs. Verbs are words that show action or state of being. They change form depending on tense, past, present, and subject. Regular verbs. What are regular verbs? Regular verbs follow a pattern when changing into the past tense. We usually add d or ed to the base form. Regular verbs are action words that form their past tense by adding a d or ed. Let us look at the table for some examples. The base form is walk, and the past tense is walked. Example sentence, she walked to school. The base form is play, and the past tense is played. Example sentence, they played basketball. The base form is clean, and the past tense is cleaned. Example sentence, he cleaned his room. The base form is jump, and the past tense is jumped. Example sentence, the dog jumped high. The base form is watch, and the past tense is watched. Example sentence, we watched a movie. The base form is cook, and the past tense is cooked. Example sentence, mother cooked dinner. The base form is paint, and the past tense is painted. Example sentence, he painted the wall. Remember, regular verbs follow a simple rule, we just add d or ed to form the past tense. What is irregular verbs? Irregular verbs do not follow a fixed pattern when changing into the past tense. Irregular verbs are action words that do not follow a fixed pattern when changing from present to past tense. Their forms must be memorized. Let us study some examples. The base form is go, and the past tense is went. Example sentence, she went to school. The base form is eat, and the past tense is ate. Example sentence, he ate breakfast. The base form is see, and the past tense is saw. Example sentence, they saw a rainbow. The base form is take, and the past tense is took. Example sentence, she took the book. The base form is give, and the past tense is gave. Example sentence, he gave a gift. The base form is come, and the past tense is came. Example sentence, they came early. The base form is run, and the past tense is ran. Example sentence, the boy ran fast. Kind of nouns. Understanding the kinds of nouns helps us use the correct verbs and form clear sentences. Nouns are commonly divided into count nouns and mass nouns, and each follows different rules in subject-verb agreement. What are count nouns? Count nouns are nouns that can be counted one by one. They have both singular and plural forms. You can use numbers with count nouns. They can change form or add s or es to show plural. How to identify a count noun? You can tell a noun is countable if you can 1. Add a number in front of it. For example, 1 apple becomes 2 apples. 1 chair becomes 3 chairs. 1 book becomes many books. If you can say the singular and plural form and count it using numbers, then it is a count noun. 2. Make it plural by adding s or es. Let us look at some examples. The word book becomes books. The word chair becomes chairs. The word pencil becomes pencils. Some nouns add es to form the plural. The word box becomes boxes. The word bus becomes buses. The word dish becomes dishes. 3. We use a before words that begin with a consonant sound. For example, a banana, a dog, a teacher, a car, a house. We use n before words that begin with a vowel sound. For example, an orange, an umbrella, an elephant, an insect, an apple. 4. Use quantifiers like many, several, or a few. For example, many books, Many students. Many apples. Many chairs. Many cars. Here are some examples of count nouns or countable nouns. Let's read them. Burger. Fries. Apple. Sandwich. Eggs. Tacos. Carrot. Pizza. Olive. Candy. Grapes. Salad. A singular subject means one person, place, or thing, and it uses a singular verb. Let us look at some examples. The apple is fresh. The chair is broken. The book is interesting. In these sentences, each subject refers to only one, so we use the verb is. Remember, singular subjects use singular verbs. A plural subject means more than one person, place, or thing, and it uses a plural verb. Let us look at some examples. The apples are fresh. The chairs are broken. The books are interesting. In these sentences, each subject refers to more than one, so we use the verb are. Remember, plural subjects use plural verbs. A very important rule in subject-verb agreement. A singular count noun uses the verb is. A plural count noun uses the verb are. Common mistake. The apples is sweet. This sentence is incorrect. The correct sentence is. The apples are sweet. Today, we will learn about mass nouns, also called uncountable nouns. Mass nouns are things that cannot be counted individually. They are usually liquids, substances, or abstract ideas. Key idea. You cannot use numbers directly with mass nouns. They do not have plural forms. They are usually treated as singular. Mass nouns are things that cannot be counted individually. They are usually substances, foods, or materials. Let us look at some examples. Water. Milk. Bread. Rice. Fruit. Cheese. Chocolate. Tea. Meat. Honey. Flour. Sugar. These words cannot be counted one by one, so they are called mass nouns. Remember, mass nouns are usually treated as singular in sentences. Even though mass nouns may refer to many parts or quantities, they are still treated as singular nouns. Let us look at some examples. The rice is cooking. The sugar is sweet. The milk is fresh. The information is useful. The furniture is new. Remember, mass nouns use the verb is because they are treated as singular. Subject pronouns. The personal pronouns. Subject pronouns are words that replace nouns and act as the subject of a sentence. They help avoid repetition and make sentences clearer and smoother. Instead of repeating a noun, we use a pronoun. Let us look at an example. Maria is kind. Maria helps others. Maria is kind. She helps others. The word she replaces the noun Maria. Remember, subject pronouns help make sentences clearer and less repetitive. Singular subject pronouns are used to refer to one person, place, thing, or idea. Let us look at the list. I, used by the speaker. He, used for a male person. She, used for a female person. It, used for an animal, object, or idea. Remember, these pronouns replace singular nouns in a sentence to avoid repetition. Use singular subject pronouns in sentences. Let us look at the examples. I am ready for the test. He runs fast every morning. It works well after fixing it. He studies every night. She sings beautifully. She writes neatly in her notebook. Remember, singular subject pronouns like I, he, she, and it are used when we talk about one person, place, thing, or idea. An important rule about singular subject pronouns. Singular pronouns such as he, she, it. Use verbs that end in s or es in the present tense. Let us look at the examples. He plays. She reads. It moves. Note that when the subject is singular, the verb usually adds s or es in the present tense. Let's learn about plural subject pronouns. Plural subject pronouns are used to refer to more than one person or thing. Let us look at the list. We refers to the speaker and others. You refers to one or more persons. They refers to more than one person, animal, or thing. Remember, these pronouns replace plural nouns and help make sentences clearer. Now, let us look at examples of plural subject pronouns in sentences. We are happy today. You are very kind. They play outside every afternoon. We study together. They watch movies on weekends. You help your classmates. Remember, plural subject pronouns like we, you, and they use the base form of the verb. Important rule. Plural pronouns use the base form of the verb, no s. Example. They run, not runs. We eat, not eats. Here is an important note to remember. The pronoun I always goes with the verb am. Let us look at the examples. I am ready. This is correct. I is ready. I are ready. These are incorrect. Remember, we always say I am. 2. You can be singular or plural. You are my friend. One person. You are my friends. More than one. You always uses are, whether singular or plural. Combining the rules. To write clear and correct sentences, follow these simple steps. Step 1. Identify the subject. Ask yourself, who or what is the sentence about? Step 2. Determine the number. Is the subject singular or plural? Step 3. Choose the correct verb. Make sure the verb matches the subject. By following these steps, you can form sentences that are clear, correct, and easy to understand. Let us look at more examples using regular nouns. Singular nouns. These refer to one, so they use verbs with s or es. The student reads every day. The teacher explains the lesson clearly. Plural nouns. These refer to more than one, so they use the base form of the verb. The students read every day. The teachers explain the lesson clearly. Remember, always match the verb with the subject to form correct sentences. Mass nouns, always singular. Mass nouns use singular verbs. The milk is fresh. The water is clean. Count nouns, plural. Plural count nouns use the base form of the verb. The chairs are new. The tables are arranged properly. Let us look at examples of subject pronouns used in sentences. They are studying now. She is preparing for the test. We are learning grammar. Remember, subject pronouns must always agree with the correct verb. For your activity, please copy and answer this in your English notebook. Complete each sentence by writing the correct personal pronoun. Read carefully and choose the correct word to complete each sentence. Thank you, and good luck. Our lesson summary. In this lesson, we learned how to use nouns, pronouns, and verbs correctly to form clear and grammatically correct sentences. First, we distinguish between count nouns and mass nouns. Count nouns are things that can be counted and have both singular and plural forms. Example, book, books, while mass nouns cannot be counted individually and are usually treated as singular. For example, water, rice, milk. Next, we identified and categorized nouns as singular, one, or plural, more than one. We learned that plural nouns are often formed by adding s or es, and this affects the verb used in the sentence. We also differentiated singular and plural subject personal pronouns. Singular pronouns, I, he, she, it, refer to one, while plural pronouns, we, you, and they, refer to more than one. These pronouns must agree with the correct verb form. In addition, we identified regular and irregular verbs. Regular verbs follow a pattern when changing form, for example, play, plays, while irregular verbs do not follow the usual rules, for example, go or goes, have or has. Finally, we practiced observing correct subject-verb agreement, ensuring that the subject and verb match in number. Singular subjects take singular verbs, and plural subjects take plural verbs. Lastly, we studied compound words, which are formed by combining two words to create a new meaning. Understanding each part helps us interpret the whole word.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
English 4. Quarter 1. Week 4. Today's lesson is a continuation on composing clear and coherent sentences. We will focus on the use of action verbs and the correct application of verb tenses. Specifically, we will study the following: simple present tense, simple past tense, simple future tense. These will help us express actions clearly and accurately in sentences. Here are our learning competencies and objectives for today. First, identify action verbs in sentences. Second, use action verbs correctly to show what a person, animal, or thing does. Third, differentiate and use verb tenses in the simple present, simple past, and simple future. Fourth, construct clear sentences using the correct verb tense to show present, past, and future actions. Let us begin.
Today, we will learn about action verbs. Action verbs are words that show what a person, animal, or thing does. They tell us about actions or activities, whether physical or mental. Let us begin. Action verbs help us understand what the subject is doing. They answer the question, what is the subject doing? Action verbs show two kinds of actions. They show physical actions, or things we can see, and mental actions, or things we think or feel. However, in today's lesson, we will focus on action verbs. There are two types of action verbs. First, physical action verbs. These are actions that can be seen or done physically. Second, mental action verbs. These are actions that happen in the mind. You cannot see them, but they involve thinking or feeling. Physical action verbs are actions that can be seen or done physically. Here are some examples: run, jump, write, read, play, dance, eat, sing, swim, climb, throw, kick, open, close, walk, laugh, cry, push, pull, lift, carry, bend, stretch, grab, hold, clap, wave, dig, cut, sew, sweep, mop, kick. Remember, physical action verbs are actions that can be seen or done using the body. Sentence examples: the boy runs fast in the field. The children jump on the trampoline. She writes a letter to her friend. He reads a storybook quietly. They play basketball after class. All sentences use action verbs that show what the subject is doing. The verb must agree with the subject for correct grammar. We dance at the school program. She eats lunch in the cafeteria. The singer sings beautifully on stage. The boy swims in the pool. They climb the mountain together. Let us learn about the different tenses of the verb. We begin with number 1. The simple present tense. The simple present tense is used to describe actions that happen regularly, repeatedly, or are always true. The simple present tense is used for daily routines, habits, and facts or general truths. The structure is subject plus base verb. We add s or es to the verb for singular subjects. Sentence examples for simple present tense. I eat breakfast every morning. She reads books every night. The sun rises in the east. They play outside after school. He goes to school early. Let us learn now about the second tense of the verb. The second tense of the verb is the simple past tense. The simple past tense is used to talk about actions that already happened in the past. It tells us that the action is finished and no longer happening now. The simple past tense is used for completed actions, past events, and finished activities. The structure. Regular verbs, add d or ed. Irregular verbs. They change their form completely. For example, the verb go becomes went in the past tense. Sentence examples for simple past tense. I watched a movie last night. She played basketball yesterday. They went to the park. He ate breakfast early this morning. We visited our grandparents. And the last tense of the verb, the simple future tense. The simple future tense is used to talk about actions that will happen in the future. It shows actions that have not happened yet but are expected to take place later. The simple future tense is used for future plans, predictions, and promises. The structure is will plus base verb. Sentence examples of simple future tense. I will study tomorrow. She will travel next week. They will play basketball later. He will help his mother. We will visit the museum. Let us review the summary of verb tenses. The simple present tense is used for daily actions and facts. Example, she reads books. The simple past tense is used for completed actions. Example, she read books yesterday. The simple future tense is used for future actions. Example, she will read books tomorrow. Here is our key reminder about verb tenses. The simple present tense is used for routines or facts. The simple past tense is used for actions that already happened. The simple future tense is used for actions that will happen. Always remember this guide when using verb tenses correctly. Lesson summary. In this lesson, we learned about the kinds of verbs and the tenses of verbs used in sentences. First, we studied action verbs. These verbs show what the subject is doing. Examples include run, jump, write, and eat. Action verbs help make sentences more meaningful by showing clear actions. Next, we learned about the tenses of verbs, which tell us when an action happens. The simple present tense is used to describe actions that happen regularly or are generally true. Example, she writes neatly. The simple past tense is used to describe actions that already happened in the past. Example, she wrote neatly. The simple future tense is used to describe actions that will happen in the future. Example, she will write neatly. By understanding action verbs and using the correct verb tense, we can form sentences that are clear, accurate, and easy to understand. Using the correct verb type and tense helps us express actions clearly and show the correct time of events.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.